Here's the housing market update for mid-December 2022. It's for the San Antonio, Texas area. Information I provide to you is from the San Antonio Board of Realtors, known as SABOR. These stats are for the month of November 2022. They release these stats every month around the middle of the month. Be watching for my updates every month around the middle of the month, like now. So, here we go. Total home sales are down 24% year over year. In October, that number was 19%. Translation, the housing market is slowing down. But think about it this way. If you're in a car going 100 miles an hour, think last year's overheated buyer frenzy housing market, and you slow down 24% to 76 miles per hour, like we have now, it feels like you really hit the brakes and you're going slow. But in reality, you're still moving pretty fast. That's what today's housing market is. It's all relative. You see, last year's interest rates were in the 3% range. They've never been that low before. Now interest rates are around 6.5% to 7%. That slows buyer demand from an insane frenzy to, well, normal. Here's something else to think about. In the year 2000, interest rates were around 8.5%. Today's interest rates are, well, normal. The average price of a single-family home in San Antonio in November was $372,126. That's a 4% increase year over year. The median price, that's right down the middle, was $314,625. That's a 5% increase year over year. But let's keep things in perspective. In October 2019, the average home in San Antonio sold for $277,680 compared to around $372,000 today. That's almost $100,000 more. Days on market was 52 days. In October, it was 44 days. Translation, homes are sitting longer before they sell. About 56% of homes sold in San Antonio were in the $200,000 to $500,000 price range. Average price per square foot was $178. That's a 7% increase year over year. Average monthly rent is $1,772. Rents seem to be holding pretty steady. Average months of inventory was 3.3 months. In October, it was 3.2 months. 6 months is balanced. Translation, housing inventory, that's how many homes are for sale out there, is still well below where it needs to be. But with that said, sellers are having to lower their asking price and give seller concessions. At their mid-December meeting a few days ago, the Federal Reserve, or Fed, raised interest rates by 50 basis points or 1.5%. They're slowing down how aggressively they're raising interest rates. They have been raising rates at 75 basis points or 0.75%. The Fed meets 8 times each year. Their next meeting will be in January. They're expected to raise interest rates throughout 2023, but at slower increments. It all depends on inflation coming down. Mortgage interest rates seem to have shrugged off this 0.5% increase. Interest rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage are around 6.5%. If you want to see how mortgage interest rates are doing, look at the 10-year Treasury. Mortgage interest rates mirror the 10-year Treasury. An easy way to see it is to go to cnbc.com and click on Bonds up near the top. Then click on US 10-YR. That's for US 10-year. There you'll see a chart. Look at the 1-year chart. Make sure it says 1 year. This shows you what the 10-year Treasury is doing. Interest rates will be higher than the 10-year Treasury by a couple points, but what you want to pay attention to is the trend of the 10-year Treasury. If the trend is going down, mortgage rates will too. Are we in a housing bubble? No, we're not. Are we going to have a housing market crash like 2008? No, we're not. Are home prices coming down from crazy highs? Yeah. Are interest rates up from historic lows? Yep. Are there more homes for sale? Yeah. Is now a good time to buy a house? No, 5 years ago was. And 5 years from now, I'm going to say the same thing. So yeah, now is a good time to buy a house. There's more of them. Prices are coming down. Sellers will negotiate with you, and you can always refinance to get a lower rate. You can also get things like seller concessions to buy down your rate and 3-2-1 buy downs. Check with your lender and they'll help you out. Check with your realtor like me and we'll hook you up with a good lender. Will interest rates come down? Yeah. Can you refinance your mortgage when these interest rates do come down? Yeah. Now, would you rather pay 6.5% interest on a mortgage for a house you can one day own? Or would you rather pay 100% interest as rent because it's easier? Let me know what you think. You can learn a lot more about the home buying process as well as the home selling process by checking out my website, scottsouthwell.exprealty.com. I'm Scott Southwell. They call me the problem solver. Thanks for watching.